Okay, you probably noticed in the last video that I there actually was no visual. You couldn't see the silver.pound page, so I'm kind of worried that it only works with Steam. I only tested it with Steam, so I am now testing it with a different game that's not on Steam to see if it can actually record the graphics of a non-Steam game. So this is probably just about the worst game to do a Let's Play of, simply because it is a very fast-paced action game. I will say it is one of my favorite games. It is really an amazing game. It's kind of old. I first played about it when I was probably about 7 or 8. So this will be interesting. Okay. So basically, I mean, you can see, you can pretty much see the game in the background. Every once in a while, you scroll by one of these fortresses. But basically, the idea of the game, I'm just like moving the indicator. It's probably distracting. Okay, so you can see these blue and those purple nodes. And basically, these will shoot at your spaceship, and you have to destroy them. You destroy the blue node, basically everything along that path up to where the last joint is will be destroyed. If you destroy a purple node, basically everything will be destroyed. And so, I mean, this would probably be pretty easy to get into and show you. So I am going to start now. I'm going to play Classic because that's how it was when I played. And so basically there's your spaceship. I'm going to go around and you see the firing at me. I can shoot and that fires out of both your front and your back, which I do think is weird, but it's also a cool mechanic because you can shoot at something that you're still running away from. So you see destroy basically how it was. Destroy the purple node, then the whole thing was destroyed. Destroy the blue nodes, and everything along that path up to the last joint is destroyed. And you keep on getting bigger and bigger. I was actually thinking when I was planning on doing this Let's Play last night. I actually wasn't planning on doing it as my first Let's Play for reasons I've stated before. But I had this funny idea. What must this single pilot be thinking going up against these giant fortresses? I mean, obviously, actually I haven't mentioned this, but you can be one hit. You don't have hit points in this game, at least on Classic. I mean, you do on the other difficulties. But since I originally played this, it was called Kobo. Basically, another developer took over the game and made KoboDeluxe, which is basically a reskin and also like those difficulty levels. There I died once. But I was kind of thinking last night, what must this pilot be thinking going up against these battle stations that can essentially kill him in a single shot? And he's going up against it alone. I mean, that has to be scary. And also, like, where are his friends? Oh, and I haven't talked about this, but those nodes that don't have color, they are invulnerable. You cannot destroy them. So basically, they make it harder. Thankfully, most levels do not have them. Oh, and also there's this random space debris. Basically, there is a level, basically a level buff for the enemy, basically, kind of. In this case, it's asteroids, and sometimes it changes. I think on these earlier levels it doesn't change, And well, asteroids can basically occur in any level, and they are also invulnerable. And so you have to dodge and avoid them. So this is actually a lot easier than I thought. I thought it'd be a lot harder to talk about the game as I'm playing it, but I mean, this game is like, it's pretty much muscle memory by now. And this is the reason why I'm going to wait till I stop talking. This is why these modes are really annoying, because to get in there I basically have to put myself in the line of fire. So I am going to be quiet for a minute as I try to do that. Now, I did it successfully, and thankfully I survived. But I actually did not expect to survive. Most of those, it's pretty much a suicide run. You kill him, but you're also killing yourself. So basically, in the earlier levels, basically you're just trying to accumulate lives to help you with the later levels where you'll be losing lives almost constantly. Especially on the 50th level, which is the last level. Eventually you'll get to see where the fortresses have different forts. Excuse me. Yeah. But I actually thought a Let's Play would be harder than this, but it's probably going to get harder now since I like talked about basic concepts behind it. But it is interesting. Okay, here basically a new stage hazard, and they will just keep on flying in an infinite amount. I mean, they just won't stop unless they switch to a different hazard, which they sometimes do. And being on the roof, yeah, I'm still on the roof recording this. It is very cold, and my hands are freezing right now. So here's another, basically bullet type. And something I didn't talk about is the purple nodes actually have better weapons than the rest of them. And so it's basically more dangerous to do it. Here I'm starting in the middle. And here yet another one. I actually like the rings the most. I mean, they're kind of the easiest to deal with because you can see where they are in all parts. And you can also destroy them, unlike the original boards where you weren't able to. Yeah, hopefully this Let's Play series will become popular. I do enjoy talking about games, especially games I love to play. And I have quite a few games which I think would make good Let's Plays, unlike this one, which is so action-based that it would be kind of hard to talk about it at times, because by talking about it, you're pretty much suicide. And I want to escape from this ring so that I'm attacking from the outside and don't have force on all sides. But a lot of times, like, when the level starts, you're basically put in a very bad position and you want to get out of that position as soon as possible so that you can basically assault the battle fortresses without getting yourself killed. It's a very simple game, but it is really it's really well made, and it's also quite addictive. I actually really liked the old style of games. A lot of the like new games, like let me think, the popular game. I actually have one in my head, but right now I can't remember the name of it. I got very little sleep last night. Yeah. It's an Elder Scrolls game, whatever it's called. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of flack from that, but this is probably my least favorite hazard, as you can probably guess why. Because, well, one, you can't destroy it if you get too close to it. I mean, you can destroy it from a distance before it detonates, but the thing is, most often you're not able to detonate them. And, so you're basically going to get yourself killed a lot. And sometimes you have to manipulate angles. I mean, this is kind of a jumping subject. You have to manipulate angles to get that shot at that core. Oh, and now their boards are a weaker version, which I don't mind so much. Because really, if you go straight at the board, those things won't hit you. They'll split and go on either side of you. Now, obviously, going straight towards the board is sometimes a challenge, but it's a lot easier to deal with. And yeah, I think you've seen most of the different types of bullets, although actually I can think of like a couple more you haven't seen, but for the most part you've seen most of the types of bullets, and it just gets harder and larger fortresses, war fortresses. There are some map hazards you haven't seen yet, at least, well, multiple, because I mean there's multiple types of ships that fly around. But that is a new type of ship. Basically, the blue nodes fire basically fighters. My nose is really wet. It's cold. And they can basically shoot you. That's another type of ship. This ship basically priority is shooting at you more than circling. But so it's usually harder. And this is actually harder while doing a Let's Play. Either that or I've gotten rusty at the game. I mean, it has been a while since I played. But I mean, you can see my high score up at the top right. Hopefully this is recording, because if it's not, I mean, this is kind of going to be a lot for nothing. Well, I mean, I know it's still recording. I'm hoping it's recording visuals. If you don't remember, I mentioned in the beginning that I had noticed that my introduction actually did not have visuals, even though I referenced them. So I'm hoping it's just because it was Firefox and like is only able to do EXEs or something like that. It's some weird issue. So basically, the point of this game is pretty much to peel off layers of Battle Fortress, is to get closer and closer to the center to basically take that out and destroy the battle station. It sort of reminds me of like a Star Wars scene in Episode 1 where Anakin basically takes out the battle station by hitting the weak point, and that's pretty much what you're doing, you're flying through, well, in this case I'm not flying through the base, I'm blowing off part of the base, but I mean, the part about this weak central part that's exposed, I mean, does fly. But, yeah. Yeah. So, I am kind of running out of things to talk about, but I mean, I'm 15 minutes in, so I mean, that's pretty good for a Let's Play, I guess. But, I mean, I am probably only half the way to die, so I don't know what to do. Oh, and now I have both these split into 2 red ball things, and also split into 5 ball things in the same map. Split into 2 as a map hazard, and split into 5 as a board. Unfortunately, it's the blue nodes that are throwing out the split into 5 this one instead of the gold nodes, and so there's quite a few more. The last level, level 50, is like really crazy. Maybe I will talk about that because really I don't have much to talk about now, and that and you have seen kind of what will be in that map, so it's not spoiling too much. But basically, you are assaulting a battle station. Basically, one of these networks and nodes. I know it's kind of hard to find these abstract shapes as a battle station, but you are fighting a battle station. That's kind of interesting. I destroyed everything except the gold node. So destroying the gold node is like not really like. But you're assaulting this battle station, which is basically the size of the entire map, and it's like crazy large. So, I mean, you can see the map on the right, and it basically fills the entire thing. And basically, the map hazard is the balls are split into 5, and basically the nodes are like machine guns of those that split into 5. And so it's really crazy. You're doing a lot of dodging. I only beat the final level once on classic difficulty. And it basically just loops back to the first level with basically the bases having a random ability. The bases and maps having a random ability instead of the chip. I actually don't think it's random. I think it is design, part of the design. I don't think it changes from playthrough to playthrough. But they don't have the same power that they did in the original playthrough, which kind of makes it harder, but not really. I mean, it certainly makes the first levels harder before they like sort of ramp up the difficulty. But overall, it's pretty much the same difficulty. So when I was playing on the easy difficulty, I actually decided to see how far it goes, and I looped it a second time by passing level 100. And so I pretty much concluded that it just infinitely loops. I guess they have to have some sort of random part of that, but I don't know if it's like if they actually made it random, or if maybe they make it random but not through each playthrough, so if you play it twice you're going to get the exact same combination. Or possibly they basically I can't say the word. Probably should have gotten more sleep, but I only have one. Although actually technically that's my fault. I mean I wasn't. Oh, actually that was my fault. So basically I had I was drinking soda at like 7, 8 o'clock, and so caffeine kind of kept me up a bit. So yeah, it was my fault. I probably shouldn't have drank that soda and gotten more sleep. But thankfully I only have one class today, and it's not too difficult, at least not yet. We're basically talking about management stuff. But I can't remember what I was talking about. I think I was talking about like the random element. Maybe they make it random for each playthrough. Maybe they have it so that it's basically they randomly generated a list of, or basically a sheet of powers that the different, like the map hazards and stuff, and then just put it into the game so the game automatically generates. I know they do have some random element to this game because like the base construction, even though the size remains identical, so I know the size is not random, the positioning also is random. What is random is the configuration, so it's like the way the nodes go out. Sometimes it will make a loop and be really difficult, sometimes it will basically expose the center so you can like fly straight towards it. It's like really nice when that happens. So that is actually exposed from the top, but I mean I don't want to go into that firelight. Oh, it's not exposed from the top. I misread the map. The nice thing about this game is that, well, I mean, the whole game's nice, but a feature I really like is that you can actually see the configurations of the base and the maps. I mean, you don't just see where the base is, but you see how they're configured. And so, you can basically find a weak point while staying from far, and then go in for a quick blitzkrieg. I believe that's the correct pronunciation. I'm probably horribly mispronouncing. Well. I mispronounced mispronunciation. But I'm probably horribly mispronouncing that. And someone who like knows German will probably be mad at me, and it'll be all kinds of horrible. I really like this Let's Play. I mean, I think it's going well, although I kind of feel like I'm rambling a bit. But maybe that's a good thing. I mean, I've watched a lot of Let's Plays, and they kind of do ramble somewhat. Especially with like famous Let's Players like Markiplier, I noticed that Markiplier doesn't really talk about the game much at all. I mean, he does somewhat, like, especially in like the first videos, but if he does like a second video or something like that, I mean, he's not talking about the game. He's playing the game, but he's talking about something completely different. And also, yeah. But yeah. So I am doing. I feel like I'm doing a good job in this first Let's Play. I've never done a Let's Play before, as I have told you numerous times in my recordings. Actually, I don't know if I delete. It's possible I delete, thinking I've said it more than before, because like when I was doing the introduction, I was deleting it and redoing it, because I noticed that like I smack my lips together a lot, and that'd be really annoying for viewers. So it was especially bad in the first one, so I redid that one. No, actually, I think that was especially bad in the second one. What was bad in the first one is that there was like this train sound in the background, and it was like really loud, and so basically I decided that I should probably record that. I don't know really, but yeah, basically I recorded my introduction video 3 times because of various sounds which I thought would be annoying to viewers. I mean, it's not normal for a Let's Play, and this being such a long Let's Play, I'm probably not going to re-record this unless something happens with the graphics. So there'll probably be a lot more annoying sounds, which I will have to look at after I finish this. This is actually becoming quite a long video. I probably should have put on a low graphics setting. I mean, this isn't a graphically intense game. It probably would have been fine with the low graphics. So this will probably take a long time to record. Okay, this is a map which has quite a few bases, which basically means you're surrounded on all sides at all times until you hit your space limit. Okay, so not very long, but it's very risky, and I lost a life to another. Oh, I have 14 lives left in one life. So basically, the first levels you're accumulating lives, you're losing them in the later levels. You hope to get as far as possible. Basically, try to keep up the momentum. But yeah. So this is getting a little bit hectic. But yeah, and it's also a lot harder to do while talking because I mean I have to entertain the viewers and it's getting me killed, and that's probably entertaining for some of you sadists out there. But yeah, I really love this game. It's a great game. You really should pick it up. Oh, I didn't mention this, but it's entirely free. You can download it. I actually don't know the website because I downloaded it a long time ago. So, but if you look up KoboDeluxe, possibly if you look up Kobo, which was its original name before this guy took over and edited it, you should be able to find the site. I mean, it's like it's not a highly professional site, so you may think, okay, it's probably going to be virus infected or something. I didn't get virus from downloading it, but I have really good internet security, so I don't know. I would recommend. First of all, I'd recommend getting a really decent antivirus. I use AVG and I keep on dying. Need some bug control. I'm gonna try to make a joke there about glitchy movement. That is glitching out movement, but I mean there was actually it was me making a mistake. It wasn't glitchiness, but I mean I was trying to make a joke about like me being confused or glitchy, but failed miserably because I'm not a good X player. Let's player. The Hunger Bar. Also doesn't help only having about, I think I got about 5, maybe 5.5 hours of sleep. So I mean it's not bad, but I mean it's enough that you do make a lot of mistakes. But oh yeah. I feel like I almost talked about this, but didn't actually, like a few minutes ago. I really like how if you die, you basically get 5 seconds to like, you know, relax the muscles in your hand or whatever to kind of shake them. Basically recover. You have this 5-second recover period after you die, so that you can basically gain champs out of your hands or whatever, and go right back into the game. And that's something you don't really see much in action games. Normally you go right back in. But it's a really nice feature. I really like that feature. So basically, you can probably see that my score right now is nothing even close to my high score. That it kind of increases much faster as you get into the later levels. Right now, I'm only on 21 out of 50, although technically it's 21 out of infinity, as far as I can tell. You know, it's possible that there's a last level 999. I've never actually decided to test the limits and see how far I could, or see if there was actually a limit to the stage. I mean, maybe there isn't any that I just haven't found yet. But I mean, I've gotten like I think I got to like 160 before I like decided that okay, this is enough. I don't want to play. Oh, and a really nice thing is basically you don't have to start from the beginning again. I mean, if you don't start from the beginning, you only get 5 lives. Basically equivalent to the amount of lives you get starting at the beginning. So basically, if you want to get far, I mean, it's kind of best to start from the beginning, kind of get the momentum of high lives up, so that in the later levels you can actually get further. But it does allow you to restart. So I can tell you right now, I did not play 150 or 160 levels straight. That would be kind of ridiculous because, well, as you can see, 22 levels has taken me half an hour. This is a long video. Oh, and these are like really annoying. They're really tough and they have high firepower. And then they explode with like various things. I mean, it can pretty much shoot. I don't know if I've seen the rings, but like missiles, asteroids, oh, even those like split into 5 fireball things. I've seen all of that come out of those UFO saucer things, and those, it's really annoying when that happens. Excuse me again. But yeah. Ooh. Okay, so I feel like I've pretty much exhausted all the mechanics of this game. I think I've met all the enemies. I could end this let's play here possibly, but I'm probably going to just like continue playing, kind of show off like the future bases. You know, I didn't really realize this, but this is probably also, I mean, it's a let's play, it's going to have spoilers anyway, but I am like showing off really late game levels. So if you did play the game and you only wanted to play it for the levels, which, I mean, I can kind of understand that. I mean, this is kind of how I was when I was originally playing, when I was like 6 or 7. I played this really long ago, and I mean, it's still, I still really love this game. And also, part of the reason I chose this game, well, one is, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, which you've probably forgotten about by now. But, my last video didn't have picture recording, so I decided to do one that was, I mean, I only tested before on Steam, and so I wanted to make sure something other than Steam could also record. And also because, this was, like, last year, like, a lot of my roommates and, like, people from my hall thought it was so cool watching me play this game, because it was, like, I was narrowly avoiding death, like, just happened twice there. And so it was really fun to watch. So, I mean, I kind of took that, and it sounded like, okay, maybe a let's play of that would be pretty cool to show people who actually haven't seen this game, basically the idea of this game. It's a really great game. I highly recommended it. It's free. You can download it. Probably just googling Xkobo or KoboDeluxe. This is actually KoboDeluxe, but they actually have the original on the site now, which I thought was really cool. I can't remember the name of the site again because, well, I mean, obviously I played this last year, but I actually downloaded it even before that semester, so it's been a while since I downloaded it. You should be able to Google it, and I know now that I am rambling. because I have said that before. Oh, really nice. This is exposed. This might be a suicide run, but thankfully it isn't. So that was really nice, really lucky. Actually, not lucky. Luck has, well, luck has a little bit to do with it. Because I mean, configuration of the base that left that exposed side was caused by luck. Or you could alternately say it was a random number generator, because technically luck doesn't really exist, but I use luck to basically say probability basically going against probability in my favor. That is my definition of luck, and if I use luck again, that is what I am referring to. It's not like you have luck or you don't have luck, it's just when I say that you have luck, that basically means the probability is going in my favor, and since given enough points, there's basically what is called regression to the mean, which basically means if you have enough points, the what is expected is kind of what you get. I mean, that's sort of what it says. I mean, people who have taken statistics would probably argue that that's not quite what it is, but I mean, it's close enough. So basically, there is a regression to the mean, or average, and that probability will eventually settle out. Which basically means that given enough points, luck isn't going to stay with you. It's not going to keep on being in your favor. And so that has caused basically a lot. The regression to the mean has caused like this gambler's fallacy, I believe that's what it's called. And where basically you think, okay, since I'm having such bad luck, my luck is going to turn around and I'm going to get good luck because of this regression to the mean. But it doesn't really work like that. I mean, sure, probability is not going to favor you forever. It's also not going to be against you forever. I mean, it's just common sense. But just because I am having bad luck does not make it any more likely that I'm going to have good luck. And so, I'm really getting off the game here, but a lot of Let's Players do it, so I'm going to continue with that. But, yeah, so basically, my definition of having luck or getting luck is basically mean the probability is favoring me now. It doesn't mean that I am going to lose that luck. It also doesn't mean that I'm going to get more luck. I mean, nobody believes they'll get more luck, but there are people who believe that having bad luck will mean that you will get good luck. But yeah, given enough points, you will have some luck, you'll have some good luck, you'll have some bad luck. And so, in a long game like this is turning out to be, you'll have basically some of both. I mean, it's not all going to be good luck, it's not all going to be bad luck, and so, this game is mostly a game about skill. I will say that sometimes in scary situations, you accidentally press the wrong button and it turns out to be the right choice. And so, you can kind of say that you were lucky, but it's not really luck, it's just a mistake that happens to be the right choice, which I know is counterintuitive, but it does happen. Of course, yeah. So basically, human error can actually make the estimate more accurate. Despite everything that you have heard in most math classes, if not all math classes. Now, I may be full baloney on that, but I mean, it sounds logical to me, and I'm pretty good with logic, so I'm going to just go with it. And I'm actually going down in lives, which means this video is probably not going to be more than an hour long, which I'm probably going to split up into multiple videos. So, and if I do split into multiple videos, I'm probably going to do it in 20-minute segments, which probably means that since this is the 40-minute mark, you will not actually receive this part of the discussion. It's going to be really interesting seeing how I edit or split this. If I split it, actually, it's possible I'll just do it in one chunk, although it's probably more than most people are interested in watching it for. Yeah. So I'll probably have to find a good place to cut it. I mean, they gave me a free trial version of a editing software when I downloaded this video editing software, so I don't know how long it lasts, but it should at least allow me to edit some of the earlier videos I make. Ooh, I am really freezing up here. So, I'm really freezing, so if anyone at my college, probably most of the people who are going to see this, will be from my college. It's possible that eventually, yeah, my nose was running, so I kind of had to let go of the keys. Just a second. Oh, you're gonna like press P to pause. One thing about this is I don't know that the controls are mentioned anywhere in the game, and I also haven't mentioned them, but basically the arrow keys to control your ship, if you press 2 or more, if you press more than 2, there's something wrong, but if you press, my nose is really running now. If you press 2 of the arrow keys, not more, because if you press more, you're obviously doing something wrong. If you press 2 of the arrow keys, you'll go in the diagonal direction. Basically, left control to fire. Right control might work, I don't know. Yeah, right control works. P to pause. Like when you're in the menus and selection stuff, you press enter to choose that selection. But other than that, there aren't really any controls in. It is really windy here, so I'm hoping that won't mess with the quality of the video. I'm assuming you're probably hearing a lot of background noise. So again, I'm asking for locations which would be better, which don't really have much background noise, and also I'm especially looking for foot traffic and also an outlet, because obviously if I have a really long game like this, my battery might not last that long, because the battery is like 2 years old now, so it only lasts, I think, about an hour and a half, which probably is long enough for these Let's Plays. This Let's Play is probably going to be split into 3 parts, but if you are watching it to this point, you already know that, because it will already be split up into 3 parts, either that or it won't be split. But yeah, I'm probably going to do it in 20-minute sections. I almost went into the board because I'm paying attention to talking to you instead of the game. I will say it is a lot harder to play a Let's Play when you're freezing, when your nose is running, and also when you're doing a Let's Play. It's like really hard to play this game. I don't know what I said. Did I say that it's much harder to do a Let's Play? It's much harder to do play Kobo, or KoboDeluxe in this case. Ugh, ouch. If you're cold, your nose is running, and you're doing a Let's Play. I only have 3 lives left, so this is probably pretty close to the end. I died a lot closer than my estimate because I keep on dying because, oh no, that's a nice space. I really don't like those invulnerable balls, those invulnerable nodes, because, well, as you'll see later, you actually have to travel inside the battle station and destroy it from the inside. Because there are actually levels which are completely made out of those, with the exception of the central node. I also noticed that my voice sounds a lot different listening to the recording than it does it sounds to me when I'm talking, but that could just be because I'm actually hearing the vibrations like basically through my body, and so I sound clearer to myself than I would as another person. It could also be the video quality, I don't know. But I do know that my brother has made video recordings, and he sounds much differently there. And I died, so that will be the end of this Let's Play. It's probably only going to be 2 videos, so probably like 23-24 minutes of video. But yeah, you will already know that by the time you hear this, so I don't know why I'm saying that. Alright, so that's it for my Let's Play. Retro Rocket signing off.